Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Tuesday night. We're going to be talking about Dogecoin, of course, but we're also going to be talking about Pepe and Shib, FLOKI, and others. What's going on with meme coins? Because everyone's talking about Pepe, it seems like, and I didn't think it would still be doing what it's doing now, but then we didn't think Shib was going to be doing what it did as well. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Welcome, Michael, in the house, or in the building, as we say. Welcome. Good to see you. Let me drop down here into the corner and let's see what's going on here. Doge is just kind of going sideways, actually. Just kind of hanging out there sideways. You know, had the little dip here, was about 815, 820, and then last night dropped down and we're in this range here like all day, just going sideways. And Bitcoin was, you know, had a little bit of a recovery here, but not where it was last night. The same, and ETH as well kind of followed Bitcoin, but Doge kind of came down into this range, and this is where it's trading sideways. So that is what is happening with Doge, just sideways, low volume, just kind of barcoding here, what we call it, just kind of up and down, more bot trading than anything else. That's what's happening there. And Shib recovered a little bit, but almost back up to this 10-12 line. This is where I replenished my Shib stock up here at 10-12, and I'm a little down on that as Shib has regained to zero, just back below 10, down to 9.96. Hey, Mo Crypto, welcome. Yep. Yeah, back at tonight. I won't be on tomorrow night, but we'll be back on Thursday night, just getting my schedule back realigned so I can chat with you guys about what is going on in the markets. But good to see you. Welcome. So there's Shib. Oh, and Shib's like doing its thing, right? Still kind of going sideways, but everyone's talking about FLOKI. Nope. FLOKI went on a little run, right? Let me go to the 4-hour here. FLOKI, this is what FLOKI did. This was about a week ago. FLOKI went on this big run up, but couldn't hold it. Came right back down. But Pepe, jeez, look at this. Look at this chart. I first talked about Pepe on a live stream back here, and Pepe was trading at like 35 or so, and just kind of thought, well, that was it for Pepe. It had this big run, came right back down, and was probably going to die off, and everyone was going to take their profits, because that's how these tokens go sometimes, is they just do that and then just die. And this one, you know, the volume kept going, and it kept trading sideways in the 20s here, and you just didn't know what was going to happen. But I guess because the maybe it was the ETH whales, you know, that have been waiting for Shib for so long, they decided to pump Pepe. So Pepe went on this run, let's say from down here on 25th of April, when it was at about 21, up to its high. That's over 500%. That's a 5x right there. Now, that's not the huge gains that have been reported, like somebody putting like, you know, $2,000 into it and now have $2 million. I think those were either devs or friends of devs that bought the thing as soon as it was launched, and there was like no liquidity. So they bought a crap ton of these Pepe tokens for relatively nothing. And then they just waited and waited and waited. And this kind of trading volume and this kind of pump, yeah, you can make $1 million, but you got to be in there right when it launches and grab all of those cheap tokens before the liquidity is added and word gets out. Because once you and I hear about something like Pepe, it's too late to make $1 million. It's not going to happen unless you have $1 million. You want to make another million. You could play that game. It takes money to make money kind of thing. But the ones that made money, I think they were devs or friends of devs. There may have been somebody there who may have been like, there are some who are like these token sleuths that go on, like are on Uniswap, and they're just looking for new tokens that are launching, and they just put a little money in to this one, put a little money into that one right when they launch, and see what happens. That's a gambling game. You never know. But you and I, we're not making $1 million off Pepe. But somebody's making money, and somebody's still making money, because even this 5x here that it just had over the past few days here, that 5x, I mean, that's some serious gains there to go 5x in 5 days. That's pretty good. So whoever bought here in the 20s when it was kind of going sideways, you know, and now it's up at 115, and it hit 120. You know, that's pretty good. We don't know what's going to happen though with Pepe. You know, I'm reminded of Shib, and if I call up the Shib here, go to the daily and zoom out. When Shib did its big run here, and this was in October of 2021, right up here. It went on a run. And then it kind of stopped here. And you can see that if I zoom in a little closer. It kind of stopped that initial run, and it kind of went up and down and a little sideways here. And then it did the second run. And that second run was just that second wave of people just jumping on Shib. Shib came up, and then mass selling and profit taking, but a lot of others were buying in even up at these levels at 70 or 80 up here on Shib, you know, and now it's down at 10. But they were buying up here thinking that it was going to keep going, and that's when all the profit taking started happening. This is the kind of thing I was expecting Pepe to do. Excuse me. In fact, I wasn't even expecting the second run. I was expecting the first run and then it to die off, because we see that a lot with these tokens. But the second run that Shib went on, and then it was this long, slow profit taking that happened here, with people just selling and taking profits, because as soon as it started going down, more and more people were like taking profits. But those that bought up here were waiting for it to come back up because they didn't want to sell for a loss. So there were some big bag holders up there. But Pepe, we don't know what its future is going to be. Right? We don't know whether this thing is going to turn around here and come down, whether it's going to keep going. There's some questions about the contract and whether the contract can be modified. And there could be a rug pull that could happen. I mean, it's all a risk with Pepe. So buying in up here at this level is a risk if you're willing to take, and you think it's going to go on a second run like Shib did. You know, good luck to you. My money is on Doge and Shib right now, because Doge is going to go on another run. I'm fairly sure there's going to be another big run on Doge that's going to happen. It may not be this week. It may not be this month. It may not be this year even. But it's just all the signs are there that there'll be another Doge run. And Shib, I think there's going to be another big Shib run. I don't think all the ETH whales that own all the Shib are just going to let it go sideways. So Shib is going to go on a big run. But Pepe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. So that's what I'm looking at, just kind of the big level. Musty thinks we're going to be in for a little more pain. Could be. There's still a lot of people talking about there still could be this drop in Bitcoin down below 20K, back down to 15K. Right now, though, where I think things are, I think the banks and the debt ceiling could, if that contagion still messes up the whole financial market, I think that makes crypto stronger. And I don't think crypto is going to drop like we're going to see in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I just don't think that's going to happen, because we've seen how Bitcoin has been holding up so far, and most crypto is holding up while stocks have retreated, especially the bank stocks, big time. So that's what we have. Besides the meme coins and tokens, which do you prefer, BTC or ETH? Or do you have stronger feelings towards another? Well, Musty, I've on my previous all my previous streams, I've been talking about the other coins that I've been buying into, and at this point, after Bitcoin has already gone on this 3-month run and now has a Bitcoin dominance of like 48%. There are some like Ben Cowan into the cryptoverse who thinks that Bitcoin dominance is going to continue, and the altcoin market is going to lag behind quite a bit. I think now might be the time to get into some altcoins, and the altcoins are going to perform better, I think, from today, going forward a year, than Bitcoin is going to go. But that's just me. So I've been buying on dips, and I've actually been rebuying coins that I had sold in kind of an elongated swing trade that I've been on. But I did buy Harmony One. It dropped below 2 cents, and I was like, if it drops below 2 cents, I'm going to buy some. And so I bought some right here at 1.98 was where my limit order was set. And I was like, okay, that's good. That was a week ago Sunday. And I was like, hey, I feel good about that. And then it dropped even further. And I'm just like, well, I got to buy some more, right? And so, DCA down a little bit more. So I bought a little more. So my average is about 1950 right now. So I'm a little bit down on that. But in the long term, Harmony One was trading 2 years ago at 24 cents. To go from 2 cents to 24 cents, that's over a 10x. So I'm looking at those kinds of things. And if Harmony could do a 10x, you think Bitcoin's going to do a 10x? That's Bitcoin up to $280,000. What do you think has a better chance of happening? Bitcoin going to 280,000 or Harmony One going to 20 cents from 2 cents? That's how I was looking at it. And so I'm like, okay, I still believe in the Harmony project, and I think they've got a great blockchain and project, and there's something there. So I bought into that. Now, a lot of these other coins that I've had for a while, like Algorand I've talked about, and Algorand's having some challenges right now because Gary Gensler of the SEC said it was a security, and it's in one of its findings against one of the exchanges. I think it was against, was it BitGet or Bitfine? I don't forget which one. But so Algo's had a little tough time trading. But again, I'm in it for longer term. I'm not looking for a quick gain here. I'm looking for the next bull market, which is the next 2 years. So, and then I've been buying into a bunch of other ones that like Avalanche and Yearn Finance, and I bought into here, IMX. I bought here at 91 cents. I caught it right here on the dip, right at 91 cents. So I've been buying a number of things here. Stacks. So I'm into Stacks. Stacks is recovering here now. And Jasmy, we've been talking about Jasmy, and I picked up about 2 million Jasmy, and I'm way up on my Jasmy. And that's a fun one. So we'll see how that goes. But that's what I'm in right now, about 15 or so different altcoins. And I'm kind of running on the altcoin kind of train right now from this point going forward. So that's what I'm looking at. Hey, Rock Lobster, Doge still your fave? Yep, it's still my fave. And I've now got 2 million Dogecoin. So I don't stop buying Doge. And so I'm over 2 million Dogecoin now. So that is, I'm in a good place with Doge. So I have continued to buy. This is the accumulation time. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you guys what to do, but what I'm doing is I'm still accumulating here. I think this is still kind of a bearish market. We're up from where we were in December on a lot of these. Doge was 6.9. Now it's 7.8. That's not too much more than 6.9. Doge was just at over 8 cents last month. So this is not a bad entry point here for Doge, and there's still a lot of other altcoins that we're seeing on some of these dips. Now, is it going to dip more? We could see that. We could see Bitcoin doing a dip, maybe down to 26, 25K. I could see that. But I think there's a lot of buying pressure there's going to be if Bitcoin goes there because of what's going on with the banking. And there is so much focus right now on what's happening in the banking world and how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency can be an alternate to that. And I think you've got a lot of people coming into cryptocurrency that are okay with buying Bitcoin, but aren't really ready to try the altcoin market yet. So I think that's going to keep Bitcoin from dropping down back into the teens. So that Bitcoin run that we saw from January 1 through March, that was your time to get into Bitcoin. I think if you want to see the part of your crypto investing where you want to see bigger gains, I think Bitcoin is a lot safer as well, in that if we do see big recession and other black swan events that could happen, such as war, bigger expanded war and other things that could happen, I think the altcoins will probably go down at a higher percentage than Bitcoin would, just in looking at overall cryptocurrency, if you're investing in crypto, which is what we're here talking about. So that's kind of what I see being some of the difference there. So, hey, Jason, how are you? You've been watching Jasmine? Yep. Jasmine's just one of those. I was like, I'm going to take a run on Jasmine and see what happens in the next bull market. So was able to pick up a good chunk of Jasmine, and we'll see how it goes. So what's going on overall? Well, Coinpedia, Pepe takes the spotlight from Dogecoin and Shib. And what's next for Pepe? So I gave you my overview, right, of what I think and where I think Pepe could trade, looking at some of the examples of the past, such as Shib, because I think there's a lot of similarities between Pepe and Shib. When Shib took a little while longer for its big takeoff from when it was created. Pepe just took off right from the start. There was early buzz about it. I think a lot of it was because of this bear market that we've been in. And hey, whoever made the Pepe token, kudos to you. And you hit it at the right time, because everyone's just kind of, I don't know, just feeling kind of bad about the overall market, but here's something that you can be excited about. And so it's getting all the attention. They just hit it at a really good time, I think. It doesn't do anything. It's a meme token. It doesn't have any utility. It's just out there and people are buying it. So But here's what Coinpedia says. A new amphibian contender is making waves in the crypto market, the Pepe meme coin. This fresh entrant quickly gaining momentum, stealing the spotlight from the established meme-based cryptocurrency like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. So, yep, that's what's happening, because people are like, yeah, Doge is actually trading a lot more like Bitcoin. Doge goes on its own runs whenever, whenever something happens with SpaceX or Twitter or something that could be Doge related, Elon Musk related. But the rest of the time, it's going to kind of follow Bitcoin. And Shib has kind of fallen into that, because Shib is now traded on all the major exchanges. And because of that width of trading on all these exchanges, it's now kind of following Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. I still think Shib is going to go on its own run. Now is not the time, though. They've got to get Shibarium set up and running. And then I think the next bull market, Shib's going to take off. So I did buy some Shib because I want to be in Shib when it does its next run. When is that going to be? I don't know. So right now, as like Coinpedia is right, the spotlight is not on Shib and it's not on Doge. FLOKI had a little run yesterday. Doge Elon Mars had a little run, but it's all eyes on this Pepe token right now. And it's not only the Pepe token. If I look at CoinGecko, and this is the top meme coins by market cap chart that you can look at on CoinGecko. And it's got Dogecoin, which is $10.9 billion market cap. And it's got Shib at 5.9 billion. But here's Pepe now, this brand new token, $500 million market cap for this. And there's Baby Doge, and there's FLOKI, and there's Doge Elon Mars. We've heard about those. But then there's this new thing called Wojak. It's like, what is Wojak, right? And we go look at this and we say, okay, let's look at this Wojak thing, right? Here's Wojak. I looked at this before. Here's Wojak. And what did it do? Look at this thing. Just take it off. It's losing another zero here. This has gone up, and this is just from the 28th. So this is in 5 days. This thing has gone up 1,200%. So it did a 10x here. And it's another one of these. It's just created tokens. And so someone's making some money here too on this Wojak token. It's like, okay. It doesn't quite have the same spotlight that Pepe does, but a lot of people are buying into this because they think they missed out on Pepe. And so they're buying into this thing. And now it's got this, what is this? This $63 million market cap. And it's still going. It's still going. And look at Volt Inu. Volt Inu is going the other way because people are selling out all of their Volt Inus to buy into Wojak and Pepe. So that's going down. And you see that with a lot of these other ones. People selling out of these other things and buying into the Pepe and the Wojak. So that's why I call this meme coin wars, because that seems to be what's going on. Like if you're investing in meme coins, if the one that you're in isn't doing well, you sell it and you buy the ones that are pumping. And that's what we see on this. You can see it right here. The ones in the red versus the ones in the green. That's what's happening right now, is that all of this money is coming out of Baby Doge, now coming out of FLOKI, going into Pepe, going into Wojak. Kind of crazy. But yeah, that's the war that's going on. Now, we don't know what the Wojak contract looks like, and we don't know who the devs are and all of that. And we could see this right now. Hey, look, it hit 0.001, and now people are selling. And this thing could just die from here. Or it could end up doing what Pepe did, and it could just stay up at that level and just start trading up and down. Now, these are big swings here. These are 5, 10, 15% swings up and down that Pepe has been doing for the past couple of days. This isn't just dead sideways trading. These are some big swings. I mean, this is a 3-hour, look at the big wicks up and down on this trading. So there's a lot of profit taking going on, but there's a lot of people just buying it right back up. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening with Pepe there. Pretty crazy. Hey, Bull Run, welcome. Having fun. We're just talking meme coins tonight. Doge isn't doing anything. 788, just kind of sitting here, not doing much. Shib trying to get back above 10 here, just not doing much now at 99.7. So all eyes on Pepe and Wojak, because that's where the action is right now. But we're seeing some red candles here on Pepe here. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what's going on. Yeah, it's it's up and down, but generally sideways. Holding at this level is the profit taking and the buying. A lot of people buying into this thing, thinking that it's going to go on this next big run. So that could happen. So Pepe leads the meme coin season, according to B in Crypto. Will Doge and Shib catch up? So what happens with these, right? Typically what we see with these is it's going to get all this excitement here this month. All eyes are going to be on it. Then there's going to be profit taking and it's going to drop down in price. What typically happens, I mean, this is what happened to Jasmine when Jasmine first started. Jasmine went on this big run and then there was a bunch of profit taking and the Jasmine went down and then it just went silent. Nobody was talking about it. This could be the same thing. The same thing could happen with this thing. It depends on who ends up being behind it. If somebody wants to develop something on this thing, but it doesn't do anything. Again, it's just a token. It's an ERC20 token. I mean, just like Shib was, but Shib had enough ETH whales behind it and people that actually wanted to help develop Shib and do things with it. Where they created all these other things, the bone and the leash and now the Shibarium, all of that is being built because they think that they can make a lot of money doing that as well, and to get Shib to pump again, so they make even more money because that's what it's about. Will Pepe see that same kind of support? We don't know. Dogecoin lost its bullish structure with a breakdown. Again, following Bitcoin. Bitcoin was up near 30,000, now trading down at 28. Doge was up at 8 cents and above 8 cents, and now was just below 8 cents. Shib risks a sharp sell-off. I don't think so. I think Shib is still kind of following the same Bitcoin and Doge and kind of doing its thing, waiting for the Shibarium and some big hype that's going to happen with that at some point in time. But Pepe reached an all-time high. So they go into here technical analysis about Doge. I don't really look at that so much. Again, a lot of the way Doge trades is less on technical analysis and more on sort of the hype and catalysts and things like that behind Doge. So really hard to do that with TA, and same with Shib as well. Again, they're following the overall crypto trend and what's happening in the markets. So, but Pepe, incredible chart. So we have Dogecoin price plummets, traders eye buying opportunities. Well, really didn't plummet. I mean, you look at the Doge chart and you guys tell me, does this look like a plummet? It did go down. If I go to the 4 hour, it was up here trading, this was on April 20th. It was just hitting 9 cents and went on this sort of double red candle in 2 days down, into the 7th. Then it's been sideways since. So it's been going sideways since that drop. And again, that was when Bitcoin had been up over 30,000. Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 27.3 here. Recovered up a little bit though, and Doge hasn't done that recovery. Doge has just been going sideways. And again, same with Shib. It's just been going sideways with a little extra dip here below my buy point. That's my buy point right there where I bought back into Shib. It was right there at 10.12. So I've got that marked here. So we'll see how that goes. But will Shib ever come close to Dogecoin? Well, that's a big question. What do you mean by close, right? Do you mean by market cap? Because it's certainly not going to be price, because there's so many Shib tokens out there. Yeah, and they're doing this slow burn. They're burning Shibs here and there. And Dogecoin doesn't do any burning. And Dogecoin is a coin. It's on a blockchain, and it's inflationary. There are new Dogecoins that are given out to miners who are validating transactions on the blockchain. That's how a proof of work cryptocurrency works. That's not Shib. Shib has a fixed number, but it's a huge number, right, of tokens. And so they say they burn off like millions of tokens. Well, millions of tokens are worth a few dollars. So they see these articles like, 10 million Shib just burned. Yeah, 10 million Shib, that's like $10. That's not a lot of money. That's not a huge burning thing, right? When you start burning billions of Dogecoin, then we're talking on burning. But that's not what's happening. It's in the millions right now, and it's not a lot. But once Shibarium gets rolling, and there's a more of a burn mechanism for Shib tokens, then we may see that circulating supply of Shib actually go down. But in terms of market cap, and if that's what we're talking about, the market cap of Doge again is right around 11 billion, and Shib is like 6 billion. You think Shib is going to catch up to Dogecoin in market cap? It did once, and that was when it was at its all-time high. Could that happen again with Shib and have Doge not going on a run at the same time? I don't know. Again, this is one of these, like what I'm joking about, these meme coin wars, right? It's not really a war. Well, right now, it's if you're invested in meme coins, you're usually buying into whatever the hot meme coin is, and you'll go with a run on that. Hopefully, you take some profits, right? And then you roll it into another one, right? Hope to make profits off that. But a lot of it is like gambling. You don't know which is the next one that's going to go on a big run. Or if you catch one that's already on a run, how do you know you're not catching it at the high, and then you end up being a bag holder and then getting out of it and losing money after it starts going down? So that's the challenge that you have on those kinds of things. So yeah, Jason, Elon was on Bill Maher. That was good. Elon's awesome. Just so much going on with him. Yeah, I know, Bull Run. You've got 200 different. I don't know how you keep track of everything you own. You got some Pepe and Wojak? Good for you. Good for you. Just going to say this now, Musty says. If anyone actually understands this, you know what happened to Upcoin. Come on, you can't tell me Musty Doge isn't catchy. Musty Doge, good luck with that. Oh, you already left. See you, Musty. Meme coin season, that's what it is. Yep. Yeah, I've been asking Bullrun the same question. Why so many different coins? What do you say, Bullrun? You just love crypto. Right. So I actually own more than I probably should have liked, but it's Bullrun's fault for getting me into like trying all these other coins. So I now have a pretty wide portfolio of different things. And so I guess that's what happens, right? But when one goes on a run and you're like, oh, I should have been in that. Now I can say, yes, I'm in that one. Unfortunately, I'm not in Pepe and Wojak. I'm not doing tokens anymore. I've pulled everything off of except I think I still have some old DOGE tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. I think I still have some of those, but everything else I've pulled off. I don't have any more BNB sitting there like I used to have, to buy into these things. So I pulled that all off, put it back into Binance.us, and then ended up buying like the Graph and Stacks and other things like that. So really investing more into crypto projects that have utility, are doing things, and not playing the gambling game with the tokens. But that's just me. But I do have Doge and Shib. But I think that they're going to go on runs. And like I said earlier, it's not going to be this week, probably not this month, maybe that later this year, maybe next year, but something is going to go on. So something's going to go on. And like I said earlier, I don't think Dogecoin really follows technical analysis. And so this idea of death cross, if you're looking on the daily and you're looking for this moving average, crossing that moving average, I don't believe that stuff. I think it gives people who do TA, YouTube videos, I think it gives them something to talk about. But in the end, I don't believe that. I do believe in liquidity, and I do believe in pumps and dumps, because that stuff is real, but not the moving averages of the 200-day moving average crosses under the 50-day moving average or whatever it is. I don't believe that. Again, that's looking in the past of how trading has been in the past, and to me, that's not an indicator of what the future is going to be. But if there's a lot of liquidity sitting there at a certain level that needs to be scooped up, or there's shorting going on, and there's a lot of open short positions, or there's a lot of leverage trading with open positions that can be liquidated, that stuff happens. But that doesn't have anything to do with a death cross. So I think a lot when you look at like the Bitcoin death crosses that have happened in the past, I think that's sort of a trend of trading that's been happening. And so it's almost, because of the market conditions, going to continue trading down at that point in time. We see that a lot, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's this death cross and the things cross over, it goes down a little bit, but then it takes off because something good happens in the market. So that's my take on that. Anyway, that's what we have. Will Dogecoin retest 6 cents? Sergio, I only think that's going to happen if Bitcoin does go on a big dump. If we see Bitcoin drop below 20K, you're going to be able to get Doge in the 6s. But I think it's going to be dependent on that. Dogecoin on itself is not going to drop down to 6.9 or 6.8 cents. Not on its own. But if you've got Bitcoin going on a big dump, then yeah, you'll be able to scoop up some Doge in the 6s. That could happen. So right now at 7.86, again, we're in this sideways pattern that we've been in since the 21st of April. Little run up, profit taking, back down, and then back into this channel. So that's how this is trading right now. Next, this is from Watcher Guru. An early Bitcoin investor says he would sell ADA for Shib and Doge. Kind of interesting. I think this is more just jumping back into meme coins. It's like me buying back some Shib, because I think it's going to go on a run at some point in time. We're seeing that already on what Pepe can do. Pepe is going to die out at some point in time, and then the attention is going to shift. Is the attention going to shift to Cardano? Probably not. Cardano is going to be a long-term investment that will probably pay off at some point in time. But if you're looking for something on a little shorter, like a 1-2 year versus 10 year, then yeah, Shib and Doge, right? So Doge and Shib, two of the biggest and most popular meme coins. So much so that early BTC adopter Da Vinci Jeremy says that he will sell his Cardano and buy Shib and Doge. Jeremy is famous for posting a video on YouTube back in 2013 where he urged people to buy Bitcoin. How about that? Buy Bitcoin in 2013. And look where Bitcoin is now. So yeah. Buy Shib, buy Doge. So will Shib and Doge outshine Cardano? I think so. I don't own any Cardano, but Shib and Doge, yeah. The meme coins can run. So Cardano is a long-term investment. Is Cardano down in its price now? Sure it is. Could we see Cardano 3x in the next bull run? Yes. Will we see it 10x? Probably not. Here's Cardano now at 38 cents. If we go back onto the daily and we zoom out, we know, yeah, Cardano had been up here and back in 2021, $2, $2.50 up at its high. But it hasn't seen a 10x from here. 10x from Doge is going to be back to 78 cents. We have seen that with Doge. It was at, what, 74, 75 cents. So that's almost a 10x from here from Doge. So that's what I'm looking at. But you would have to do how many posts to list all of the coins that you own? And you start with Bitcoin. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I see. You said here altcoins. And you just added altcoins to the end of that. That's good. Jason's saving for the Bitcoin dip. He's betting on Bitcoin going on a big dip where he's going to pick up some Doge. I don't know how cheap your Doge is going to be, but yep. Sergio DCAing. Bull run sold Cardano. You're going to buy back in? I'm not buying back in. I sold my Cardano last year and I'm like, I'm done with you. I'm not buying back into you. I did get some Solana. I did get Solana because I think Solana is undervalued, but not Cardano. Doge goes to 6. I'll be buying as much as I can. So is that 6.9 or is that all the way down to 6.0? That's what I want to know. What's your target there? Would you start buying in if it's as it's going down, if it gets down below 7 cents? And Bull Run takes complete responsibility for me owning 20 different cryptos. And it's true. It was you. You kept talking about these others. I start looking into them and I'm like, oh, yeah. That one can actually go on a run. We could see that. So yes, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. What else we've got? More articles. So many articles. Pepe meme coin, the frog that's set to leap over Doge and Shib. Not quite yet. Pepe's got a long ways to go. Again, here we're looking at this CoinGecko top meme coins by market cap. Pepe, 500 million. Shib, 5.9 billion. So Pepe would have to do another 10x from here to be anywhere close to Shib. And then another 2x from there to get to Doge. That, hey, never say never, right? But that's crazy. That's crazy. There's going to be so much profit taken on that thing. And again, it's only been around less than a month, so just crazy. Oh, look, there's a Kermit also. Somebody has a Kermit token. Pepe Wojak. Craziness. It is craziness that's happening. Here's the U Today article. Pepe overtakes Dogecoin in trading volume. That's right. It's not just in its percentage gains, but also in volume, because Dogecoin is just kind of trading sideways. I mean, look at the volume, just totally died over the past week in Doge here. This is on the daily chart here. We can just see that the volume is like nothing, just kind of going sideways, dead on the volume. Shib as well, volume pretty low, but Pepe's got all the volume. It's all huge volume on Pepe. So, and as Pepe just continues to get listed on more and more exchanges, because those exchanges want to make money off the trading. So yeah, I can see the trading volume on Pepe is more than Doge. Yep. Today, this week. We'll see where Pepe goes from here. We'll keep an eye on it on this channel. So Pepe coin skyrockets 2,300% in the past month, surpassing Doge in trading volume. So this is on Benzinga. This is their take on it. Again, same thing, comparing Pepe to Doge and Shib. But again, it's all about the volume, and that's just where all the meme, attention is right now. But we'll see whether that lasts, and if we see some huge profit taking happening in a big dump or not, or if this thing's going to go on another run. We will see. Check out Bobo. Haven't heard of Bobo. Is it even on CoinMarketCap? Or is it, is it on TradingView first? I don't know. Bobo even on TradingView? Bobo USD, there it is. Wow. That's a lot of zeros. You like those with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. But if you bought it on May 1st, and where it is now, it doesn't even calculate the percentage. Well, let's see what that is. 73 up to 270, so that's like a 3x. But if you bought all the way back when it was first formed back here, well, this has been around for a while. Well, earlier in April, right? Yeah, it depends on where you got in. Again, it's gambling. If you want to go gamble, see if Doge can get back up to 8 cents. That would be nice. Come on, Doge. What else we got? We've got FX Street. Dogecoin price defying Bitcoin's lead might be the key to its recovery. Because if it just keeps following Bitcoin, then Doge is just going to follow Bitcoin. But eventually, at some point in time, Doge is going to go on its own run. And that's what I'm waiting for. It's the next big Doge run. And we'll be talking about it on this channel a lot, about Doge's price, what the catalysts are, all the news happening with Doge. Elon Musk has got something, right? There's something that's going to happen, and how he's going to do this whole payment thing on Twitter. I think Doge is going to be involved somehow, how he can make it work. He's doing a lot of funny things on Twitter because he can, right? He owns it. It's a private company. He can do what he wants. But he always has this idea of the fun of it, the irony of it. As I saw earlier today, where if you have on Twitter, if you haven't identified where your hometown is, it'll say Earth. It all plays into that whole Mars thing. It's like, oh, you're on Earth still. But eventually we're going to be interplanetary. It just because he can, right? Because he can. But yeah, meme coins. Again, Doge Elon going on a big run here today as well. So congrats for those that have been waiting on the Elon token to do something. But most others, except for Pepe and Wojak, most others are in the red. Here's another one. These are Dino LFG. Looks like it's going on a big run here. Whatever token that is. McPepe, somebody playing off the Pepe thing. Can have fun with it. Can have fun with it. So, gang, that's what's going on in meme coin world from my point of view. That's what I see. Oh, thank you, Bull Run. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. Always appreciate support. We're having fun, right? It's still kind of a bear market, but why can't we still have fun too, right? And I know I've been talking about the 4-year cycles, and overall in crypto, we're not going to be seeing a bull run this year. It's probably going to be next year. The Bitcoin halving is a year away, just under a year now. They're forecasting middle of April of 2024. And there's usually some kind of a little bit of a run a couple months before, but then after the halving is when you see a bigger run. And that's the real bull market. So it's accumulation time now. And that's the thing to do. I'm buying on dips. I keep you guys up to date on what I buy and when. I showed you what I bought over the past couple weeks. IMX and Harmony One, catching them on the dips at these prices. I think it's going to pay off. It's not going to pay off tomorrow or next week. That's the Pepe token or Bobo or whatever, right? But I'm in it for like a 1 to 2 year thing because I believe in the 4-year cycles. And then we'll see what happens in 2024, 2025. We start taking profits. And I'm not going to be holding through the next bear market. Now, I'll hold some. I'll always have some Doge around because I want to continue to use it as currency to buy things and support it because I do still support Doge. So I'll always have some Doge. But the other coins, I'm in it for like a 1 to 2 year investment, and then I'm going to take profits. And I'm not going to keep it all in cryptocurrency when there's the next bear market. Because I kept enough through 2022, and it was very painful. So Mr. Cheyenne still thinks Elon's going to use Doge. Some way he's going to have Doge with Twitter in some manner. And we'll see how he ends up doing it. All right, gang. Hope you're well. I will be back on Thursday night. I will not tomorrow because I am out doing something else tomorrow, but I will be back Thursday night. So I hope to see you all. And again, we're on this ride together, in this crypto ride, having fun. tomorrow there's this FOMC meeting. Everybody's going to be talking about 25 basis points. And I've been telling you guys for 2 months that this is going to be 25 basis points. And it's probably what it's going to be. And screw the banks, but crypto is the place to be, which is why we're all here talking about crypto, right? This is the place to be. So I know it's your money, but we're having fun at the same time. So look forward to hopefully seeing you all on Thursday night. So come join me and let's have some fun together. Till then, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.